Hey, Shalom, Malcolm's Rakam Kapash from James London, giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem Chachwadash. When I give double honors unto the elders, the apostles of James, and Shalom out there to the whole world that's pushing this truth in all sincerity. Back again with another video. This one's based of something I watched today from Elder Apostle Gabar. I think it's a video he did last week, maybe a week before that. I've just got around to watching it. He was talking about, these women out here, and this world is really being catered to women, and that we don't really, we can't really compete in this world because these women are highly inflated, man. Their value in this market is highly inflated, right? Highly inflated. All right, and these women like to brag and boast and like they got demand respect for what we don't know yet. We're still trying to figure that out. What they deserve respect for, but they like to talk about the the PhD. Oh, I got an education, and the thing is, you women are so far removed from reality. You don't even know what it is that attracts a man anymore. You really don't, man. You've become more and more masculine as the years have gone by. And you can't hold down no man. You can't hold down no husband. You can't get a man to stay with you. To build with you, man. Because your ego is far too big, man. And a man just ain't interested in all that shit. Yeah, all that stuff is shit to him, man. We don't give a damn about your PhD, your education. Now, we don't want no fucking dim spark. You know what I'm saying? You don't want no fucking airheaded bimbo. But the things that you aspire to achieve in your life has got nothing to do with maintaining the man or keeping the man or locking the man. That has nothing to do with that. Esau is pushed, the career-minded women out there, right? That don't settle down till they, late on, right? Ain't got no children, or don't want no children until later on. That want to just use their body up, for all that time period until they're ready to settle down. Well, a man's not interested in your used self, man. Used old self. That's why he like younger women. Why we like younger women, man. We don't want to used up vessel, man. It's been used and abused by Tom, Dick, and Harry, man. Okay, there's no sanctity in that, man. There's no purity in that. Okay, men like pure women, or as close as he can get it, because that is a fucking almost an impossibility in this world. I'll tell you that. But we don't, them things don't attract us, man. Every species has got its ways of attracting partners, man. The peacock got his feathers, you know what I'm saying? Some birds got their dances. You know what I'm saying? Right? Men ain't attracted by your PhDs and your fucking booty shaking. Now, it's alright to lay down with, you know what I mean? It attract the lust of the flesh. No doubt, right? It does. But in terms of respect, you ain't getting that from men. From all that shit that you be doing. You don't know what it is that garners respect from men. All right, so you're at a loss, man. That's why you're fucking miserable, man, looking for a man, but you don't understand that you've done irreparable damage to yourself. Using and abusing your looks and shit. Right? Maybe, just maybe, you should have got a PhD in this. Maybe you should have got a PhD in chastity, man. Okay, maybe you should have got a PhD in modesty. Maybe you should have got a PhD in humility. And maybe, just maybe, you wouldn't be having this problem now. I'll talk about, men are intimidated by us. No, we don't like masculine women, man. We don't want to compete with our women. What the fuck for? Why do you want two dudes in the house, bro? You know what I'm saying? No, I want my women soft, you know what I'm saying, and feminine, somebody that needs looking after, someone that needs needs to be shown things, ones that you can teach things to, acting like you're out here acting like you're equals and shit, that you get to, you get to call shots, man. That's not how we operate, man. We want to call the shots. Okay, that's our right, man. As men, that we call the shots. But yeah, you should have got a PhD in this, man. So let's go through some of these scriptures, man. And maybe, you know, you loose women out there that you know, want a man and can't lock down a man and don't understand why. Maybe you come across this video, maybe, you know, this will help, you know, who the shoe fits, right? But here we go. So I'm going to start here in Sirach chapter 26. So there's more to this. You can read all of this because I might even come back to this. Pardon me. But I want to start here. I'm going to start from verse 13 here, right? So the grace of a wife, right? The light of her husband, and her discretion will fatten his bones, right? Let's check out some of this. 1 second. Right. Okay. So let's check out grace meaning. Right. Smoothness and elegance of movement. Feminine. Feminine softness. Right. Not out here trying to fucking, you know, bold it up to you, man. Man, I get in your face and shit. You know. Throw a bunch of expletives your way. You know what I mean? Acting like what men do, man. We don't want a woman that's like a man. That's what we got brothers for, man. Friends, you know, brothers, right? That's what we got those for, man. To hang out with them, to be like us, to banter and shit. Because you're on the same page. You know what I mean? Men and women are on the same page. We can't have the same type of banter. Right? It's the smoothness and elegance of movement. Courteous. You gotta be courteous, man. Bring honor or credit to someone or something by one's attendance or participation. All right? So yeah, the grace of a wife, the elegance of a wife. Right? And what was that other word? The courteousness. Right? So the light of her husband and her discretion will fatten his bones. Yeah, not talking about his business. You know, these women like to gossip, man. They always talk about their you know, their ex-partners and all this kind of stuff, and you know what they be doing in the bedroom and all kinds of shit they talk about, right? Or how deadbeat he is, and you know, cursing man out behind his back and shit. Or he got this problem and this and that. Nah, you meant to keep your mouth shut, man. That's private. You know? So a silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord. Right? That is a real treasure, a silent and loving woman. Right? And you know, it says silent here, right? One doesn't talk too much, man. It doesn't, not to say that you can't talk at all, because that would just be dead. You know what I'm saying? You know? You don't get no response out of her. There's no character, no nothing. But one that doesn't talk too much, man, has always got something to say. Always got, you know, always is argumentative all the damn time, man. That is just energy we do not want to waste energy on. To be fighting with you after, you know, we do it out here doing work and whatever, man, doing what we gotta do, and it's come home to you and have to wrestle you after, man. I've had enough at that point. I ain't trying to deal with you. You know? So a silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord, and there is nothing so much worth as a mind when instructed. Right? That, you know, she knows what to do, how to do it the way you like it done, you know? Well instructed. And women just doing what the fuck they want to do, how they want to do it, man. She don't give a damn about how you feel about it or how it pleases you at all. You know? It's about her convenience, man. What she doesn't want to do. So the shamefaced and faithful woman is a double grace, favor, right? And a continent mind cannot be valued. A continent, right? So, oh crap, no, I'm good. Let's check out shamefaced first. Let's go do that. Shamefaced. showing modesty, right? Not trying to show off, not being a show off, man. Women love to show off, man, and women love being shown off, man. You know, women like to be taken out and shown off to people, man. Right? I don't know what it is. They crave so much attention, man. The attention from you just ain't enough. They need everybody's attention, man. They need everybody's attention. They can't leave it alone. Right? Well, a guy don't want a girl that is all up everywhere for everybody to see. All up in your Instagrams and your TikToks and all this shit, showing as much flesh as you can, trying to get likes from every fucking guy you can find. Guy don't rate that. You know, these top guys that you be looking for, right? These high value men, as you like to put it, right? Don't want none of that shit. That's baggage. You might as well say, look, I've got 10 kids. You know what I'm saying? I've got 10 kids and 1,000 sexual partners I've had. You might as well just say that. A guy don't like a woman that's advertised to the whole fucking world, man. Alright? So that's shamefacedness, modesty, okay? And a faithful woman is a double grace, and a continent mind cannot be valued. What's continent mean? Right? Continent. Not that type. Let's see what that comes up with. Exercising consonants. There we go. Oh, come on, man. Might have to go to etymology. Or have I even spelled that right? Let's have a look. Pretty sure I was right. Right. This is what I wanted. But this is obviously the what's that word? Let me read it and I'll explain, right? So incontinent means wanting self-restraint, right? So being able to restrain yourself sexually, right? As it goes, incontinence, right? Inability to restrain sexual desire, sexual immorality, later inability to keep up. Let's click on that, right? To keep to a religious rule, right? So someone that's incontinent is unable to do these things, right? But someone that is of a continent mind, right, is what a man wants, right? Someone who's able to restrain their sexual desires, man. Okay, which these women can't do. Right? They always iron out somebody else, man. That's why they have a bunch of fucking partners before you even see them. You know what I'm saying? They can't hold it down, man. They wanna ride the carousel, as we say, right? They wanna quote unquote experience life, man. Their mother's teaching them the same fucking thing. Not to settle down. Just fuck everybody you can, you know. And don't worry if you get fucking STDs, man. You can go to clinic and get some antibiotics and some shit. But guess what? Some of them shit don't even work on that shit, man. Fuck your shit up, you know. But yeah, a continent mind cannot be valued, man. That's priceless, right? It's beyond worth, you know. It's beyond worth. So yeah, a continent mind cannot be valued. Says, as the sun when it riseth in the higher heaven, so is the beauty of a good wife in the ordering of her house. That's where she should be, at home, ordering the house, looking after the family. Okay, not looking after Esau's businesses. Like, we don't give a damn how much money you make, what title you have. It means nothing to us, man. It really does. It's not impressive to us. Like, you might get a congratulations, well done, you know, but you're not for us. You know, you're not the ones that we are looking for. Or you're not the ones we're looking for. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so yeah, well done on that front. You got yourself a career and all that kind of stuff. I said them PhDs, they work wonders in Esau's world, man. They work well when it comes to working for Esau and getting into different positions and that, man. But it don't make for fucking making a home, making a family. Don't do shit for that. Because you ain't fucking compatible with most men. Okay, you're just a box. You know, a box to put a dick in, man. You ain't suitable. You're not, you know, compatible with starting a family and making a home. Because any of you that started doing that, man, guess what, man? You end up single, you know, with kids on your own, looking for another man to pick up the slack, man, because you fucked up, because you made the wrong decisions in life. This is verse 17. As the clear light is upon the holy candlestick, so is the beauty of the face in ripe age. As the golden pillars are upon the sockets of silver, so are their fair feet with a constant heart. Pardon me, let me see. Verse 22, right? And harlot shall be accounted as spittle. Okay, no respect for harlots. But they're just a box, right? That people use. Okay, they're not the ones you take home to marry. And that is what all you women have turned yourself into, man, into harlots. Okay, dressing scantily, right? Doing all the makeup on, doing all the twerking and shit, acting all promiscuous or being promiscuous. Right? So you don't get no respect, but you want it. You think getting a PhD gets you respect from men. It don't. That's not what men respect in women. Yeah? Yeah, you might be pretty. It's true. Right? And every guy will acknowledge that you're pretty. Every guy will want to smash you, man. Okay, but is your looks going to keep hold of your man? Your looks fade, you know. They don't last forever. Especially when you be doing the most for your youth, man. You age quicker. You ain't going to last that long. Your youth ain't going to keep you going, man. And there's always some younger model on the market, bruv. There's always a younger model on the market. And a man is going to want something that is less used than you, man, and prettier than you. Or is doing more things for him than you. Because if that's all you're bringing to the table is your looks, man, you ain't got no other type of fucking skills, man. PhD or not, you're not fucking good. So man don't respect that. Man don't, you know, like I said, it's good to smash. But that's all it can be, you know. So the harlot shall be counted a spittle, but a married woman is a tower against death to her husband. All right, it says a wicked woman is given to apportion to him to a wicked man. All right, and there's a whole lot of wickedness going on both sides. That's why these race shits don't fucking work, right? But a godly woman is given to him that feareth the Lord. A dishonest woman contemneth shame, but an honest woman will reverence her husband. A real woman will reverence her husband, man, and not talk shit to him. Not talk shit about him. Okay, reverence is worship, man. Okay, again, we're not saying you must fucking remain prostrate all day, every fucking day. But you will respect us, man. Right? Sarah called Abraham Lord. And she was a good woman, man. There ain't many Sarahs out here, man. Right? But a man will respect his wife. You know? A lot of you would like to portray that, you know, this ancient way of having wives and all that kind of stuff is all abuse and violent, just because the man is the head of the house, man. Well, what are you going on about, man? I know, you know, you can pick these fucking Arabs out and these fucking Pakistanis and shit and what they be doing, man. They're fucking crazy, right? You can make those cases, obviously, man, but it ain't meant to be like that, right? A man and his wife are not meant to behave like that. All right, a man is not meant to act like a roaring lion in his own house. All right, so you can't use those stereotypes, man, here. Because that's not what it looks like for us, man. Okay? Just because you reverence your husband, you worship your husband, you respect your husband and do what he asks and what he requires of you, man, don't mean, you know, you're in a fucking abusive relationship, man. You just respect his desire, you respect his wishes, man. You wish to please him. That's what it means. And in turn you get looked after. There's no, you know what I'm saying? It really is not rocket science, man. It's simple math, really. But in this world it's made complicated, man, because Esau put a whole bunch of fucking indoctrination in your head, man, making you feel like you gotta be something else, man. But now you're fucking hella unattractive to men overall. As a partner prospect. You know? Divorce is just going fucking through the roof, man. You're very unattractive in that sense now. No man wants to stay with you, man. Your problems. And you don't bring nothing to the table, man. You want to be leeches, but at the same time, you want to fucking call the shots too, man. It don't fucking work that way, man. You know, you want to find a high value man to look after you and treat you and do this and do that, but you ain't gonna do shit. Nah, ain't gonna go down like that, man. You know. Anyway, verse 25: a shameless woman shall be counted as a dog. Right, someone that is shameless shall be counted as a dog. That's it, and that's how you women get treated out here. I said you want the respect, man, but you do everything to do the opposite. And you just don't understand that, how men see you, man. You know? Like we all see that pretty girl and want her to be this perfect girl. You know what I mean? To be this nice and modest girl. And like, you know, but we know it's just not the truth, man. This girl's been around. Right? She got a fucking mouth on her, man. She's like, we all want to believe that she's that girl, you know, but we all know that you're not. You know? All we could hope for is that it's not as bad as we think. You know, maybe it's not 30 guys, 40, 50 guys. Maybe it's 10 guys. Oh, 10's a good fucking number in this world, man. Shit. You know? You know, we just hope the damage ain't as bad as it probably is. That's what we hope every time we meet a woman. But when you with a woman and you notice things, and when you hear things and notice things, man, you're like, fuck, man. Yeah, it's time to get out now. And guys don't want to stay. You know, and at the end of the day, man, hey, I mean, you got yourself to blame. You know, I say guys, you know, they're fucked up too. These guys of this modern world, because they're fucking effeminate as well. You know, they're acting like bitches, but emotional and shit. Right? Can't put a handle on you. You know, but you know, it is what it is right now, man. Eventually, everyone's gonna learn their place. Right? It says, a woman that honoureth her husband shall be judged wise of all, but she that dishonoureth him in her pride shall be counted ungodly of all. A loud crying woman and a scold shall be sought out to drive away the enemies. Alright, so that's pretty much it on this one, right? How much time? Okay. It's 1 Timothy chapter 2 verse 9. It says, in like manner also, that women adorn themselves in modest apparel. And I say, we don't really want you to be showing off your body to everybody, man. Wearing the tightest thing or the most flesh revealing thing ever, man. That's for the bedroom, man. You can do all that stuff in the bedroom, man, and that's the perfect place for it. You know? It don't need to be seen by the whole world for every man to lust after you, man. No guy wants to spend his whole fucking life fighting off other men. That is fucking long and tiring. You know what I mean? We don't want to do that, man. You know? Because it's disrespectful at the end of the day, man. The fact that you gotta sit there with this woman now, and every guy is sitting there fucking bogging your girl out, man. Imagining, you know, getting a piece out of her, man. Bro, that's fucking stressful. You know what I'm saying? And it's disrespectful, man. Because, you know, man, that's yours. Ain't no man should be thinking that. you know, for them to come and try and make moves, man. The opportunity shouldn't even be there, right? And that's not saying like, oh, you will give them the opportunity if they come and try and chat to you, man. But you started the problem, right? You've put lust in the minds of men by presenting yourself that way, right? You've given occasion to Satan, man, allowing it for an opportunity of temptation to occur, just because of how you've chosen to dress or whatever, right? And we just don't want the problems, man. We don't want the hassle. It's long. All right. So anyway, in like manner also that women adorn themselves in modest apparel with shamefacedness and sobriety, not with broidered hair or gold or pearls or costly array, because all of this is to show off anyway, you know. But which becometh women professing godliness with good works. Let the women learn in silence with all subjection, right? To basically know her place, man, right? To listen to her husband, you know. But I suffer not a woman to teach nor usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. For Adam was first formed, then Eve. And Adam was not deceived, but the women being deceived was in transgression, right? You really not really know how to really act right, man, and make the right decisions, and because you're emotional, you know. That's not really your place to be doing all that sort of stuff. But you will try to usurp authority over a man like you know better, man. You don't even know yourself that well. You know, you lie to yourself. You lie to yourself. You lie to others. You know, you're not truthful to your own self. You know, you like to put on, that fucking act all the damn time, man. You lost yourself in it. All right. I'm gonna come back to the verse 15 here because I'm gonna put that on later, right? But in Proverbs 31 verse 10 says, "Who can find a virtuous woman? Right, for her price is far above rubies." Okay, very precious and costly. It says, "The heart of her husband doth safely trust in her." All right, we can't put our trust in you, man. Okay, it's just real, right? We don't know what you're gonna do with it. All right, it says, so that he shall have no need of spoil. All right, she will do him good and not evil all the days of her life. We can't guarantee that, right? But you're supposed to do us no evil, and only good to us, man. But you women got issues, man. So she seeketh wool and flax and worketh willingly with her hands, right? So yeah, you women might want to do, I want to run my business and all the kind of stuff, man. You could do all that, but just let it be for your man, innit? Your house, your family, you know. Be of use to your family, innit? Balance that out. Rather than going to work for these sorts of corporations, man, you're never at home. You know? If you got kids, you can't see your kids because you're always at fucking work. When you get home and they're in bed. You know what I'm saying? There's no balance of life here. You know? But work for your family, man. Work for your man. You know, put whatever skills you got to use for him in the house. You know? Instead of putting all this time and energy and Esau and climbing up the corporate ladder. Trying to make yourself feel important. You are important. In the house. With your husband and your kids. You're important there. That's what you're needed. But nah, she want to be important to everybody. Everybody. And strangers. You know, it's just... for some reason, like, that's what she wants. She wants to feel important to somebody else. That's fucking borderline adultery, man. You know what I'm saying? You're looking for validation from everybody else, man. The most important validation that you need is from your husband and from your children. You know? And if, like I say, if you're doing, you're being a good wife and all that kind of stuff, man, you're thinking about it in more of an ancient world, your community, you have a good rapport with your community, you know? But no, she want to be out there and impress everybody, be seen of everybody, as many people she can find to be impressed of her. She wants to do that. All right. So She seeketh wool and flax and worketh willingly with her hands. She is like the merchant ships. She's like the merchant ships. She bringeth her food from afar. She riseth also while it is yet night, and giveth meat to her household and a portion to her maidens. Okay, you got servants, right? She considereth a field and buyeth it. With the fruit of her hands she planteth a vineyard. She girdeth her loins with strength and strengtheneth her arms. She perceiveth that her merchandise is good. Her candle goeth not out by night. She layeth her hands to the spindle, and her hands hold the distaff. She stretcheth out her hand to the poor, yea, she reacheth forth her hands to the needy. Right? So you're kind and considerate. You know, you're not selfish, man. Think about others before yourself. You know? She is not afraid of the snow for her household, for all her household are clothed with scarlet. She maketh her, you know, you brought it in, man. So you're well, you know, you got much provisions, man. You can deal with winter, you can deal with any time, because, you know, you're a successful businesswoman. And bringing in that guap, you know what I'm saying, for the house. You know, to make the house successful, right? She maketh herself coverings of tapestry. Her clothing is silk and purple. Her husband is known in the gates, when he sitteth among the elders of the land. She maketh fine linen and selleth it, and delivereth girdles unto the merchant. Strength and honor are her clothing, and she shall rejoice in time to come. Because there's a reward for that. The Most High gonna reward good women, man. You wicked women, man, you're gonna get destroyed, man. But the Lord's gonna have mercy on a, you know, a select amount of women for the elect. You know, for the elect men of Israel, right, to be saved in this last days, man. You whole bitches out there, man, you are gonna get destroyed out here, man, for all this pride and wickedness that you've been proliferating out here. All right. So she openeth her mouth with wisdom, and in her tongue is the law of kindness. She looketh well to the ways of her household, and eateth not the bread of idleness. Right? You ain't just sitting there doing nothing, just being, you know, nosy and gossip and just being a general, what do they call that, man? He's a busybody. Someone that just like is always into gossip, always trying to find out what other people are doing all the damn fucking time, man. You know, this whole, you know, like they like to do now. Trying to find out what the celebrity's doing and what this person's doing all the damn time. No idleness, man. Right? She's always looking to ways to better her household, her family. Right? Because that career mind is really bettering yourself. You don't sit there to think of how you incorporate a family into that, man. How the dynamics of that family would work. You know? And I guess the worst thing about it, I guess you probably think, well, if I'm earning the money, then he got to be at home. A man's not meant to be at home, man. A man meant to be out there working. You know? Because if you got a man that ain't working, you're looking after him, man, you're going to, you know, grow to resent him anyway. Because a woman don't respect the man that don't fucking work, man. You know? But so you got to think of the dynamics of things, man. What your goals are in life, really. You want to have a career, or you want to have a family, man? Because they're kind of separate things, man. Unless you build yourself up within your family. You know, you build your house up, build your family up. You know? It says that her children arise up and call her blessed. Loved by your children, man. Loved by your husband. So the husband also, and he praiseth her. So you want to get the respect and all the praise, man, if you're just doing things that benefit the house and him. You know? That's what we really want. That you love your husbands, man. And you work for him and work for the household, for the children. I think that's where all the respect is. Raising a family, that's where the respect is. Fulfilling the actual duties of what a woman's supposed to be. To look after her family, man. A man protects his family. Right? A woman takes care of their needs, man. You know? For what the husband can, you know, brings in terms of like you know, money and whatever, right? That's what you're supposed to do. That's your duty, man. And the man will respect that. You know? Men don't respect your PhDs, man. They don't care about that. Let's see. Verse 29, my daughters have done virtuously, but thou excellest them all. Favor is deceitful and beauty is vain. Right, because it all disappears eventually. But a woman that feareth the Lord, she shall be praised. Give her of the fruit of her hands, and let her own works praise her in the gates. Okay, that's where you're going to get your respect, man. Oops. All right. This is Sirach chapter 25, verse 16. And it tells you this. So I had rather dwell with a lion and a dragon than to keep house with a wicked woman. And that's women, the majority of women today. That's why men don't want to stay around. Because you're nothing but problems. You know? The wickedness of a woman changeth her face and darkeneth her countenance like sackcloth. A husband shall sit in his neighbors among his neighbors, and when he hear it, he shall sigh bitterly. You bring nothing but bitterness to us, man. Okay, with your emotional, tyrannical self, man. You know, you don't do the things that we just spoke about. You know, you ain't doing anything to benefit the house or benefit the family. Okay, you're an adversary in our own house, man. You know, and you cause us pain and problems, man. And that's because you're not performing the role you're supposed to. You're trying to be equal to us. You're trying to do the same role that we're doing. But we didn't want it. We didn't need that. We didn't need that. We didn't want that. We didn't want someone that could be us. You know what I'm saying? We didn't want another one of us in the house. One was enough. You need to perform a different role in the house. I've got this role. You got to perform the other role. You know? And when you're bucking up and, you know, you're trying to, you know, dictate this and control this and shit, you know, you're talking shit, you know, it's stressful, man. You just bring a stress. And the man don't want that. We'd rather just dwell alone, right? As I said, I'd rather dwell with a lion and a dragon than keep house with a wicked woman. We'd rather hang around with the fucking dragons and lions, man. That's how bad it is. And that's why guys just want to fucking be by themselves. This is, all wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman, right? They go, you know, they go hard with the wickedness, man. So let the portion of a sinner fall upon her, as the climbing up a sandy way is to the feet of the aged. Okay, because it's hard work, right? So is a wife full of words to a quiet man. It's hard work, you know. And I've seen a lot of that, you know, in you know, in Caribbean families, man, West Indian families, man. And there's a lot of loud women in them, aunties and all that kind of stuff, right? And a lot of the time, you know, man just wants a quiet life. That's what we want, a quiet life. And we can't bother to fight you, man. Life is already a struggle as it is, man. We don't want to sit there and have to fight you. So a lot of men just don't say shit, man. Just like, whatever. Yeah. Even though it's not, might not what he wants, man, but he just wants a quiet fucking life, man. Rather than have to fucking wrestle with you. You know? That's what we want, a simple life, man. We don't want all these fucking complications. Alright? Stumble not at the beauty of a woman and desire her not for pleasure. Right? And that's the first we go by. We go by the looks, right? And we get fucking flabbergasted, man, or whatever, man. And you just wanna marry that woman today. But that ain't the wisest move, man, because she's gonna cause you problems. You know what I'm saying? We have to measure her properly. Okay, we have to measure her attributes and you know what she is and what she ain't. We have to, you know, measure that carefully. All right. So if a woman, if she maintain the husband, is full of anger, impudence, and much reproach. So like we're saying, you know, if you know, you're a woman that's bringing home most of the bread or all of the bread, right? And you got a man, you don't respect this man. You become resentful because you don't feel like you should be looking after him. It's not a problem for the man to be doing that, because naturally that's what a man should be doing. He should be looking after his woman. If his wife ain't working, it's not big of an issue. Now he might need her to work, you know, she might have to go do a little something. But we know those deadbeat guys that, just out here scrounging off women, man. Men don't even respect them. So how the fuck is a woman gonna respect them? You know, that is not the role of a man, to be living off his wife like that. Now, you know, it's like it happened, you know, man got injured or whatever, and he can't really work no more. Then that's different situations, isn't it? But you know, she being right by it, she's doing right by it. But I'm just saying that you got a fully able man who's supposed to be about something, and he's just letting his woman look after him, man, like a pussy. You know what I'm saying? That's not how things should be, right? So inevitably, women are gonna come to, you know, despise him, because a woman's not really meant to take on the burden of looking after people. It's just not for you. He's not even made to, you know, made to believe that you could do it, you know, just, you know, do it like a man. You're not supposed to, and you biologically would have problems with this, you know, mentally, right? It says, a wicked woman abateth the courage, maketh a heavy countenance and a wounded heart, and a woman will not comfort her husband in distress, maketh weak hands and feeble knees. Okay, you're just draining life from the man. He ain't able to perform anything, man. He's so fucked up in his spirit. Having a wicked woman like that just causing him bare problems and bare issues, man. You know? So if the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die, through her we all die. Right? Because the woman was the first in transgression by taking the fruit of the serpent. Alright? It says, give the water to no passage give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to gather abroad. Right? She's not meant to be all out there showing off and jet setting here and there and partying all night long. She ain't meant to be doing all of that, man. Okay, that's an Eastern indoctrination that has been fed to you, that's how you live life and that's how you enjoy life. No, it's not. That's how you die early. That's how you die miserable. That's how you become lonely. Right? That's what all these do. Right? If she go not as thou wouldest have her, cut her off from thy flesh, and give her a bill of divorcement and let her go. Right? So that's what would have been done back then. Even though divorce is not something that was really supposed to happen. Okay, Moses brought it in because of all the murmurings and the issues that the Israelites were having, man. But you know, divorce is not something that's supposed to go down, man. You're meant to stick things out, right? Saving the, you know, in the case of idolatry, you know, adultery and that, man. So, you know, which you know everyone's guilty of today, adultery. So it all should be put to death, right? Let me just take the time because yeah, I've got to wrap this up because I'm about to start work now. Yeah, but never mind. But yeah, it's pretty much the points anyway, man. I already had a couple more scriptures here anyway. What is it? Isaiah 4:1. Let's just grab it, right? And in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach, right? So you women are going to come to terms with this and understand this, man, when the day of trouble, the time of trouble comes. Right? You're going to realize that all this shit that you've been doing this time was all vanity, man, worthless. And everybody's going to, you know, go back to how they're supposed to be, man. Because a woman is going to be weak and in fear in that time. And she's going to want protection. All right? And where was the last one? This, yeah. And 1 Timothy chapter 2 verse 15 says, notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing. Right? Because that's what you're here for. To bear children, man. To have families, to look after families. Okay, all this fucking career shit. You're meant to work for your family, work for your husband, work for your children. Okay, build that house, build that business, you know. So notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing if they continue in faith and charity and holiness with sobriety, soberness, you know, right-mindedness. Okay, not this drunken shit that Esau fed you and now you're gallivanting everywhere, man. That's not sobriety. All right. But you know, I'm going to end it there. Lord, this is edifying, and I'll catch you brothers and sisters on the next video, man. So till next time, I say shalom.